Overheard on Tony Katz Today.
Hey, let's talk about Peter Strzok. Can we do that for a second? Would you indulge me? Do you mind? Would it be all right? Okay, fine. Here's the deal. Peter Strzok is the embattled, biased, crooked, and possibly criminal dirtbag who rose to the highest levels of the FBI, working his weaselly fingers to the bone to accomplish all of his professional dreams, establishing relationships with the most important and powerful people on the planet, yet never bothering to visit an orthodontist to get his teeth fixed, and thus leaving him with the most punchable weasel face in North America and the weasel personality to boot. So in a way, they kind of complement each other. Weasel face, weasel personality, and the wackiest weaselly work ethic and standard of integrity for the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which has increasingly revealed itself to be an organization apparently filled with weasels. Yes, there are weasels among us. Grab the children, hide in the cellar, one if by land and two if by sea. Pop that wascally weasel in his weaselly face and run for cover before they start coming for you! Pop, pop, goes the weasel, pop, goes the weasel, cause the weasel go pop! So anyhow, this worthless weasel and pathetic excuse for an FBI agent who has been endlessly praised by the morons on the left as some kind of national hero, morons such as Weasel Congressman Stephen Cohen of Tennessee.
Mr. Strzok, I don't know where to start. If I could give you a Purple Heart, I would. You deserve one.
Yeah, that worthless scumbag, that mattress stain, that national disgrace and embarrassment to our justice system, that weasel with the punchable face, well, he appeared before Congress yesterday, and instead of being humble, contrite, apologetic for compromising an investigation of national importance with his pathetically obvious political bias, he was arrogant, he was smug, he was defiant, and he will ultimately go down in history as the single greatest reason for the massive Republican voter turnout in November 2018 and 2020. When we hand you liberals another devastatingly diaper-filling defeat that ushers in phase 2 of the Trump presidency. That's right, Trump the sequel! Here, have a listen to the weasel who is helping to usher in the red wave in November.
Mr. Chairman, two things. One, I do not believe I am here under subpoena. I believe I am here voluntarily. Second, I will not answer that question. If you want to represent what you said accurately, I'm happy to answer that question, but I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
Like I said, weasel. And the delusional left-wing imbeciles in the media just thought that was great. Imbeciles such as Rachel Maddow. Speaking of weasels with weasel faces,
Peter Strzok, until recently, he was the head of the counterintelligence division at the FBI, which means he was literally the person in the U.S. government in charge of countering foreign countries' intelligence operations in the United States.
Golly, Rach, sounds like old Petey Strzok should have considered the importance of his role in this crucial investigation into Russian interference before he started sending out wacky text messages.
On August 26, 2016, you texted Ms. Page, quote, just went to a Southern Virginia Walmart. I could smell the Trump support. And smell is in capital letters, all capital letters. What does Trump support smell like, Mr. Strzok?
Sir, that's an expression of speech. I clearly wasn't smelling one thing or the other.
Part of the fallout of the Russia investigation and the Republican backlash against that investigation is that Peter Strzok's career has been dismantled. And the president and Republicans who support the president have held Peter Strzok up for public scorn as a terrible person. That is one of the ways that Peter Strzok will go down in history when all this is said and done.
Yeah, you know, Rach, with the greatest respect and regard for the standard of excellence you've demonstrated through your political analysis, and I do say this with love, understand? Thank you. Oh, you know what? Actually, Rachel, hang on. I think I can help you out here, make you sound a little bit less pathetic and biased.
As a terrible person. That is one of the ways that Peter Strzok will go down in history when all this is said and done. As a terrible person.
There we are. Much better. Oh, by the way, Robert Vaughn called. He wants his hair cut back. Is that reference too dated? I'm Brian Baker. Hey, remember to get out there today and engage in productive dialogue with your political adversaries, huh? Spread a little love, won't you? A pop pop goes the weasel, the weasel. A pop pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop goes the weasel, cause the weasel go pop.
Hip hop got turned into hip hop. The second record was #1 on the pop chart. But don't get on the heart, they gotta start in the ghetto. Let no one forget about the heart.